phase and now into the first picking phase. And the first pick for FUREUR is going to be the Visage. So we are going to see those familiars scouting out the entire map, as well as the sole assumption to finish off quite a large amount of heroes. And now, the first two heroes of Team OMG, what do they want to do?
Go. 5 seconds. Reserve time.
Visage also a very strong tri-lane hero, so I want to see something with him and 2 others. Maybe him as well as an Earthshaker and maybe one more hero. I'm saying because Toxic Rakina did a really great job on his Earthshaker during game number 1. But now we're changing and stirring things up a bit, as another hero which was not played in game number 1 gets picked. The Nyx Assassin is picked up by Team OMG. So that mid game harassment, that mid game killing potential that the Nyx Assassin holds with his Vendetta, just going to be great to see. And now OMG swipes the Mirana from under FUREUR's nose, as it was Crush who took up the Mirana during the last match. Now it's OMG who's going to be that one. I see that in the Twitch chat, people are stating that they want to that FUREUR will most likely pick a Naga and a Tinker and go for that full pushing potential that I've also seen them play once before. Oh my lord, I believe it was Team FUREUR who picked up the Naga back then, but the Naga was doing so incredibly well. It was scary even. She was sitting at a full 6-slot build with Radiance and Manta style and just sending out illusions everywhere. And also one of the heroes of FUREUR is famous for his Tinker. I believe it was Matrice who was it? I actually wrote it down. Let me see if I can find that one back where. Yeah, no, it's K3K. K3K is actually the one who's famous for his Tinker when it comes to Team FUREUR. But now FUREUR decides to go with the Doom. So this might be an off-lane Doom or possibly a jungle Doom, depending on the other heroes.
Radiance ban.
So, also depending on what this Nyx Assassin wants to do, we might be seeing a Doom Nyx Assassin combination, which would seem to be a tough matchup for the Doom.
Ten seconds to go.
Now we also have some bans out, Timbersaw as well as Luna, Storm Spirit and the Viper. FUREUR was struggling against the Viper during the last match, so no big surprise there. And I'm hearing the advice that Doom might actually go into the support role.
Someone's dropped out like a kid in school.
Doom being is surely capable of taking up the support role by using his Devour to devour very interesting and helpful creeps. But now this third pick of OMG, now that's a hero that I like being picked. We're going to see the Dazzle, so a lot of shallow graves and poison touches and shadow waves just going to go all over the map, let alone that beautiful ultimate which is called Weave. If they combine the Dazzle with like a hard carry, maybe like a very strong maybe the Wraith King for instance. I'm not saying that I expect a Wraith King to be picked right now, but I like playing the Wraith King, and I know that A Wraith King with Shadow Grave as well as the Shadow Wave. That's just so incredibly dangerous.
Dyer's pick.
There we go. I was just busy with the Twitch chat where someone was posting annoying links. But no, FUREUR now picks up the Weaver again, so most likely going to be the Matrice Weaver we saw during the last game, where Matrice was doing extremely well. If the Earthshaker just did a little bit better, why he was the man of the match. But if the Earthshaker didn't do that well, it would be the Weaver. And now I want to see what this Dazzle, what OMG wants to do with this Dazzle. What hero they are going to pick here. A Sand King is picked up, not the usual pair up with the Dazzle, so I expect one more hero coming out for Team OMG. I'm not completely sure. But yeah, into pick number 4, and we are going to see the Knight of the Mist. Abaddon makes his way onto the field. Those Apothic Shields and that borrow time, that Apothic Shield, that early game presence, that is going to be so big. Looks to me so far like an Abaddon Doom Visage tri-lane, with Weaver on the off lane, possibly mid, depending on the final hero that Team FUREUR decides to pick. But now they ban out the Tinker, so it's not going to be the K3K Tinker that some of the people in the Twitch chat wanted to see. There's still not a Siren option though, so who knows.
10 seconds to go.
Final ban from Team FUREUR coming out.
5 seconds. Reserve time.
Because I want OMG to pick up a stronger natural tank hero to go together with the Dazzle. Heroes such as might even be the no, not a gyrocopter, I'd say.
Ten seconds to go.
Not sure who's going mid. Nyx Assassin could go mid, but who's he going to face off against then? Mirana mid is also possible, but I'm not really looking. It's not really looking like a Mirana mid so far. Oh! Called it! Everyone, I completely called it. Wraith King gets picked up by the Dazzle. Oh, you cannot... The happiness I feel right now. Because Wraith King is my favorite hero, both to play and to watch. OMG have got themselves an incredible carry in the form of this Wraith King.
10 seconds to go.
And now the final hero from Team FUREUR.
5 seconds.
I've heard the suggestion that it might be a dual lane, and with the Ember Spirit final pickup, Ember Spirit mid, this might actually be still possible. Visage with the Doom and the Weaver and the Abaddon together. Leaves me wondering: is it going to be a Nyx mid, or is it going to be a Mirana mid? Sand King mid? No, not really. Not really. So let's just go over the teams. On the side of Team FUREUR, the Radiant side, we have Toxic Rakina taking off on the Abaddon. Crush taking control over the Doom. We have Sick on the Visage. K3K on the Weaver, who's looking really weird with that auspicious back of the Master Weaver. It looks really weird. And now Matrice is going to take on the role of the Ember Spirit. So no Matrice Weaver this time. And on the other side, OMG, The Dire, Arbenlaw on the Mirana mid. We're going to see Songbird on the Nyx Assassin off lane. Chromax with My Last, Alone in the Dark, and Aegel the Forger are also joining their ranks, with Aegel the Forger on the Wraith King, Chromax on the Dazzle, and My Last, Alone in the Dark on the Sand King. So to everyone currently watching in the client, you can also go over to twitch.tv/VicaraGaming. We will be hosting some giveaways throughout this game. And with that, let's get into the game as Visage starts things off by getting the illusion and scouting out the Dire jungle. So Crush on the Doom offlane, going to face off against Songbird on the Nyx Assassin. And Trident versus Trident, K3K, Sick, and Toxifrakina versus My Last Alone in the Dark, Chromax, as well as Aegel the Forger.
Never. No way.
Clipped.
Oh my.
Songbird and Crush just getting so close, but not exchanging a single hit. Sand King has decided to make his way a bit into the jungle a bit. And Aegel the Forger getting harassed quite a little bit, but this shows the power of Dazzle Wraith King. If Wraith King gets attacked and he's such a big target, Dazzle will just be able to heal him up. Taking a look at last hit denies. So far, Mirana's doing quite well against this Ember Spirit. And the denies coming out of Songbird are also pretty good. Now Crush taking quite some damage, activates the Scorched Earth, also has the Ice Armor. Very nice pickup for him.
Shadow Wave. Wave for us. The victory.
Arbenlaw will find the region rune onto the bottom side of the river. And as most mid-hero players know, a region rune is your best friend when it comes to the middle lane. If I'm sometimes falling quiet, by the way, that's because I'm currently both monitoring the twitch.tv chat as well as the in-game. So forgive me for that one, as I currently do not have my co-caster Kazuto with me. It's pretty hard. Now Aegel the Forger finds Sick on the Visage. There's your damage. Sand King, there's your perfect shields though, and a beautiful Burrow Strike hits K3K though. Now Alone in the Dark is taking quite some damage. Will get Shallow Grave, and Sick will fall on the first. Sand King will need to get away. Toxifrakina dropping low will also die. Double kill for My Last Alone in the Dark. And that is the first goal for the giveaways on twitch.tv. So congratulations to everyone. Matrice finds Arbenlaw, dealing quite a large amount of damage, just walking in front of him. Arbenlaw dropping low, getting the arrow off, but now will die to that Sleight of Fist.
Dire's mid tower's having technical difficulties.
Middle tower taking some harassment from Abinol. There's the image from Matrice, but Matrice is dropping extremely low. He's sitting at 20 health. Why is he still here? He should be making his way towards the fountain. Or maybe he's waiting for his courier, who's currently holding that healing salve. Now the engagement. Crush has to activate that haste rune in order to get out of there. Mirana got off that sacred arrow pretty well.
Cooking.
And Sand King gets another kill on the top lane. Makes me wonder who's actually the carry here. If it's the Sand King or if it's the Wraith King. The two kings combined. Will they be able to make things count for Team OMG? Sand King will also be able to barely get out of there.
Denied.
And now Abinol gets killed off, but Matrice dropping low, the final... Oh! What a shame. Dies to the tower fire. Just came a little bit too close.
Dire's mid tower could use a little help.
Nix's is level 7, by the way. He's going to be going into the Vendetta and does so immediately. Gets the kill on the Doom. Is currently highest when it comes to the levels. Leading the charts. Oh, what's a beautiful mount? Bramblehorn. Very nice. This tri-lane is so action-packed. Now Chromax will get caught out. The arrow hits though. Shallow Graves himself. Dazzle Sihi. Eagle the Forder also dropping low, and Dazzle will get killed by the Weaver. Shuttle and Loom I wave. Wow, English hard. Shuttle and Loom I wave your doom indeed, my friend Weaver.
Radiant's mid tower could use a hand.
Now Crush is in trouble. There comes the Sand King with the Burrow Strike. The Impale to follow up. The Mana Strike. Doom will be able... No! There's Toxifrikina with the Mist Coil Perfect Shield combination. Now it's actually Songbird who's on the run. Taking heavy damage from that Doom. And will fall in the process. No, gets denied by the Sand King. My last Alone in the Dark. You are my hero during this match so far. Abaddon gets killed off by the Mirana, by the way. And Crush now on the run. Abinol having that double damage rune. K3K is harassing both Dazzle and the Wraith King to a very nice amount.
Shadow Wave.
Dire's mid tower could use a little help.
But this Sand King, 3 kills, 1 death, 1 assist, very nicely done. And he's not even... He's only level 4. He's a support Sand King. At least it looks to me like he is. Also sitting on, not even sitting that high when it comes to gold.
Radiant's bottom tower's seen better days.
You have been denied.
And now Wraith King picks up his first important item, the Power Treads. Already has his Ring of Basilisk, so more Wraith Fire Blasts. But the Wraith King in the late game will just become so incredibly awesome. Taking a look at the XP graph, it's a very bumpy road so far. Now the goal is going 500 into the favor of XP is going 500 into the favor of Team FUREUR. Gold 1k, but K3K might get picked up here, but no, there's Toxifrikina once again. There is the Mist Coil and Perfect Shield.
Let us align our kingdoms, O sandy one.
The kings will try to align their kingdoms here as they are attacking the top tower. Sick as the Visage is still sitting in the trees though. Will try to make his way out of there. There goes your Mirana ultimate for the quick escape as K3K was coming in. And Ember Spirit managed to kill off the Mirana there. He had vision. Yes, he had vision on the Mirana. So her Moonlight Shadow did not mean anything. Now on top lane, they get the forward dropping low, will reincarnate. The Wraith King's back with a vengeance, but gets Ember chained right up. K3K getting hit, but there is Matrice just dealing so much damage and getting the kill on the Wraith King twice. Now alone in the dark, on the run, will be able to make it out alive. Crush is chasing Chromax, will find him now here, but there's Arbelon on the Mirana as well. The Starfall will hit. Oh, the final right stick, the lead. There's the final right stick. Yes! Dazzle gets the kill on the Doom. Very nicely done. Doom was almost getting away. Almost getting away. So no towers have fallen yet, 10 minutes into the game. We've had 17 kills so far. XP now going steadily into the favor of Team FUREUR. So does the gold. So OMG. Even though they have had some very nice very nice plays so far, Team FUREUR is currently having the advantage over them. And now Crush might be caught out as Arbelon is chasing in. Nyx Assassin, Vendetta, Impale, Starstrike. There's your leap, there's your right click, there's the arrow, and a kill on the Doom. Very well executed gank by Team OMG there. I want to see more coming out of the Sand King. He's very close to level 6. Will be getting his epicenter. But now there is one more. Oh no, hold on, hold that thought. No, my bad. I was thinking of something entirely different. Matrice gets impaled once again. The Songbird on the Nyx Assassin once again doing extremely well. Songbird took control of the Ancient Apparition during the last game. And is now making it time for himself. But here is the engagement on Sick. The immediate mist coil from the Abaddon though. Sick will be able to make it out alive. Very short engagement as Mirana used her ultimate. And will now also grab herself a region rune. I can actually see this game also going into the very late game, as 12.5 minutes in we've had 0 towers dropping yet, although we have had 18 kills, so who knows, we might be getting another interesting match like we had with ASR versus Zero Respect last week, where we had 128 kills in 15 minutes if I'm correct. That was a very fun match to cast, but also it killed my throat, so no thanks, not this time. I would prefer.
Radiant's mid tower's getting banged up.
Matrice will find Arbelon. There's the Searing Chains immediate, but the arrow to follow it up, and Mirana will be able to make it out alive. And it's a good thing she had, because in came Crush, and he wanted to kill, but no. 4 heroes of OMG sitting at the top. 3 heroes for Team FUREUR. But the healing abilities on both teams are so very high. The mist coil from the Abaddon, as well as the Dazzle Shadow Wave combination. In comes the borrowed time. Abaddon will be picked up by the Wave King. There's your Soul Assumption, dealing heavy damage, but the Shadow Grave is casted by Chromas, and Sand King will be able to make it out alive. Taking a look. Oh, there goes the first tower. The mid tower for the Dire falls, and it's the first tower to do so. 14 minutes in, and now at the same time an engagement was happening on the top lane where Nyx's assassin killed off the Weaver. Nyx making his way, making his way back into the fountain. There's a haste rune on Matrice though right now. What's going on with the Wraith King? Let's follow the Wraith King for a little bit. He has his threats, is sitting on 1.6k gold. What is he building into? What is he building into indeed?
The Dire
I'm very curious to see what's going to happen to that one.
Mid tower could use a hand.
There's a double, there we go, the initiation of K3K, the Vendetta. This Sand King Nyx Assassin combination is just so incredibly strong, double impaled. Now Doom, on Crush on the Doom is taking heavy damage, will fall into progress. There's the initiation onto the Abaddon. Abaddon activates Borrowed Time. The familiars are there as well, but will die in the progress. Double kill for Armalol on the Mirana, level 11 already and sitting at 1.45k gold. The Radiant does manage to get this tower, the creeps getting the last hit. I'm seeing the suggestion that Wraith King might actually be going into his Radiance. That's a very steady suggestion. We might actually be seeing the Radiance coming out from him soon. That will just greatly increase his farming capability and increase his potential into the late game. So good advice, Piano Fanboy. Thanks for that.
About that bottom tower.
But now the Dire will take, most likely, also a tower. No, wait, Glyph gets popped. And in comes the cavalry. Dr. Verkina on the Abaddon, giving chase. There's Crush. There's a double searing chase. Egil the FUREUR dropping extremely low. Will reincarnate though. It was still up. And there comes the epicenter from My Last Alone in the Dark. Will hit no one. Oh, Matrice manages to get out in time. Egil the FUREUR getting off the Wave Blood. He is back. Teleports. In comes the Shadow Wave on the Dazzle. Abaddon's giving chase to Egil the FUREUR as well as Nyx's Assassin. Now the kill from the Ember Spirit using that Sleight of Fist to get the Dazzle. And now both the Nyx Assassin as well as the Wraith King out on the run. But in comes My Last Alone in the Dark. Borrowed Time get activated once again and Toxic Verkina is once again on the run. Oh, there's a 4-man stun from the familiar. Very nicely done, but here comes the kill on the Abaddon. The Doom is on Songbird though. Matrice gets hit by the arrow. And in comes the Wraith King. Wraith King dealing damage. And Mirana activates her double damage rune and gets the kill on the Ember Spirit, ending his dominating streak. So in the end, it's a bit of a trade.
Best do something about that bottom tower.
The drums coming out from the Mirana. We saw Mirana pick up a drum during the last game as well. Very steady item pickup for her. And now they will attempt to take that as down, or will... Oh! Yes, they will be able to get it. The creeps will be able to get it, unfortunately. Not one of the heroes. Now Armalol has to leap out and activates her ultimate immediately. What happened there? She got hit by something. I don't know what. My Last Alone in the Dark is in vision because there's a Sentry Ward. Manages to Burrow Strike out. Is now invisible. Very well played by him. Now the invisibility is gone though, and in comes K3K on the Weaver. Will attempt to take the kill, but in comes the Impale from the Nyx Assassin. Time lapse. Beautiful time lapse by K3K. The Soul Assumption will hit on Egil the FUREUR. Egil the FUREUR will die. K3K now giving chase after Armalol together with Crush. The Weaver Swarm will hit on both Chromax and Armalol. Arrow will hit on K3K. And will get the kill on Weaver. Now, Abaddon kills off the Nyx Assassin. That's the Sand King. Sand King finds himself trapped in the trees, but now Burrow strikes away immediately. And Crush dooms the Armalol. Armalol gets Shallow Grave though. Crush now on the run. There's the Mistcoil. There's the Apophic Shield. Oh yes, there is the Apophic Shield, but now Toxic Verkina has no protection for himself whatsoever. He will be picked off here. He has no mana. That's such a shame. And now, oh, borrow time! He's just dragging this out, but in comes the burst strike, and now finally, the King of the Sands, the King of the Desert, manages to kill off the Abaddon on the top lane. Aegil the Forger made his way back to the bottom lane, now facing off against an Ember Spirit, which is 4 levels higher than he is himself. He's sitting on 3k gold, and goes into his amulet first. So congratulations to Kate Beckett for predicting that one in the Twitch chat. I want to see more from this Wraith King though. There's the blast. There's Arbalol. There is the arrow. No, Sunstrike did immediate jump away to the Fire Remnant. There's Songbird though. He uses his Blink Dagger. Mana Break. Oh, come on, get the kill, get the kill. There it is. Mirana getting the kill on that Ember Spirit. They might actually find no Sick will be able to make it out of there. Gold per minute, still very high on both the Doom and the Ember Spirit. What's the Ember Spirit has for items so far? The Ultimate Orbit was the Perseverance. Now the arrow flies, it hits. Hits Toxifracina. Now I hear a Burrow Strike. Onto Creep Wave. Another Blink comes out for the Sand King, so his epicenters are going to be very, very important. Starting now. Visage denies the tower with the Familiar. What a play from Sick here, getting that deny at the last moment. OMG will not be happy with this one. Doom also sitting at 8k gold. Will be going into his BKB most likely, no, or maybe his Aghanim Scepter to buff up the Doom. I don't know. Arrow flies, hit Toxifracina, activates the Burrow time as well. A Familiar will most likely get caught out here. No, he's still hiding in the forest. No, what's happening? Come on, Arbalol. Ping's coming out. An engagement on Matrice at the bottom lane, by the way. They will be able to get that kill using that very, very strong double impale combination. Now Arbalol giving chase after Sick, but there's a Familiar. Just Sick is making these Familiars count. Yeah, Doom might be going into either his BKB or maybe even an Aghanim Scepter, still a viable option for him if you ask me. Radiant now the bottom tower will be taken down by the Dire, by OMG. I'm wondering, Wraith King's already sitting at 2k gold, so we might be seeing, now it's 2.5k gold. We might be seeing more interesting items coming out from him as he will start taking down his entire creep wave right here. Arbalol's on the river. Will leap away as not to get caught out.
Haste! Allies disappear.
Mirana ultimate. Matrice might be caught out again though. Do they see him? No, they do not at this point in time. Mirana ultimate now deactivated. Arrow flies, misses everything again. Arbalol hasn't been hitting that his arrows that doing reasonable, I guess. And Aegis the Forger already sitting at 3.1k. Will make it to 3.2 at the end of this creep wave, and he should be getting more interesting items as well. Weaver's building into his BKB at the moment, by the way, already sitting on the Mithril Ammo as well as the Yoga Club inside of his stash. And the Plate Mill coming out for the Wraith King. So that will be an Assault Cuirass, most likely. Yeah, but Eagle the
Radiant's
Forger
bottom
is
tower
just
seen better days.
mashing. Now picks up the Hyperstone together with his Plate Mail. So yes, it is going to be the Assault Cuirass for him.
Not so fast.
Arbenlol gets doomed, but also Shadow Grave. There's an engagement, but the immediate Mirana ultimate. There is Arbenlol, there is your Matrice, who will try to chase after Arbenlol. He does not have vision though, does he? No, he does not. And Arbenlol will be able to make it out away. And Sand King now attacking the Ember Spirit. In comes the cavalry, but there's also Crush and Truxivicina, so... I wonder who's in the end going to prove stronger, the Lord of Death, the Lucifer, the Lord of Hell, or the Lord of the Dead, Egil the Forger on the Wraith King, whose his net worth is 2k lower than the Doom currently has. But who knows? I'm expecting great things from Egil the Forger. Matrice is wasting no time. He's farming like a maniac. As the Dire makes his way on into the Roshan pit. Yes, they are going to attempt to take the Roche. There's Songbird as well. Will they get scouted out? Matrice. There's some pinging coming out. Did they notice they were there? Yeah, in come the Familiars. They scouted them out. That's such a shame. Egil the Forger now will try to make his way back. And in comes a blink from the Crush. The immediate doom on the Sand King. Sand King now dropping low, but there's the Shallow Grave. In comes the Soul Assumption as well as Egil the Forger. K3K uses time lapse and the BKB dropping halfway to his health. Doom gets the kill on the Sand King. In the meantime, Weaver activated BKB. There is the Wraith King. He activates his reincarnation. The Shallow Graves on them as well. Crush dropping low, but there's Toxifrikina. Toxifrikina, oh, so close. Yes, will get taken down by the Mirana. Now K3K Soul Assumption on the Mirana. Mirana ultimate has been activated. Leap away, Arbenlol double kill on the Weaver. Now Crush blinked in, but is unable to get the hit on the Mirana. Mirana will be able to make it out alive. And Doom is stuck in the trees for another few seconds. Arrow flies.
Missing bottom.
Familiars? No, no. Arrow flies. But the Familiars will stay safe. It looks like. Just a bit of taunting from Sick. Taking a look at the XP graph, going into the favor of Team OMG by 2k. Gold graph going into the favor of Team FUREUR by 4k. And the Familiars are still sitting in the trees. More pinging coming out. Taking a look at this warding done by OMG, by the way. Their warding is exquisite. They have wards all over the Radiant jungle right now. Well, Team FUREUR does not have any wards in the jungle of OMG at this point in time. Ember Spears finds himself a double damage rune, and there goes the boosted travel for the Doom. And OMG will attempt to take the Roshan once again. Wraith King just mashing down on him and activates the amulet. The crits are flying everywhere, but there was still a Familiar inside of the tree line, so FUREUR knows what they're doing. Roshan dropping already halfway. There comes Crush. Crush wants to get in. He has the blink, dodges the arrow. Now sitting at the top. There's the blink in. There's the Doom Scorched Earth as well as the Doom. Crush is dropping low though. In comes Matrice. Activates the BKB as well as the Weaver. Now Doom dropping extremely low. He will be the first to die. Wraith King gets the kill. Ember Spirit gets the kill on the Dazzle in the meantime. Double kill for Egil the Forger as well as for Matrice. Nyx Assassin now on the run. As well as Egil the Forger, who is dropping very, very low. K3K now stunned as Ember Spirit gets the kill on the Sand King. And now Ega the Forger will also get killed. Ultra kill for the Ember Spirit. Matrice, you are doing great. And now the Radiant will finish what the DotA started and take down this Roshan. Matrice will pick up the Aegis, most likely. So it's a 3-4 trade, not all that bad.
Roche had it coming.
And there it is.
Done the deed.
Songbird makes his way back. Taking a look at the item progress right now. Doom is sitting at a very nice farm. Already has the Ogre Club, will most likely be making its way into the BKB as suggested on the Twitch chat. Plate Mail is also one of his items. Mechanism as well as the Boots to Travel. We already have the BKB on the Weaver as well as the Hand of Midas. Ember Spirit just picked up his Crystallis, it seems. He also sitting on his Lincoln Sphere. We only have the Arcane Boots for Visage, who's a little bit underfarmed if you ask me, but also the Abaddon only sitting on his Arcane Boots. Yeah, Sick and Toxic Verkina are not really getting the farm right now. On the side of the DotA, OMG, Sand King still has his Blink Dagger but hasn't picked up anything major so far. Wraith King is sitting on his Hyper Stone, his Plate Mail will be going into that Assault Cuirass, also has his Amulet and his Power Threads. Dazzle building into the mech most likely. And we have Mirana sitting on a Yasha, will be building her way into the Manta style, also has the Ring of Aquila. And the Nyx Assassin has the Staff of Wizardry already. Going to go into the Dagon? Seems like a logical choice. Yeah, the recipe for the Assault Cuirass is already up on the Wraith King. Arrow hits, but Ember Spirit makes it out away very fast. Arbenol still wasting no time farming, but Matrice is pushing into the middle lane and K3K is going into the top lane, but while the entire team, with the exception of Arbenol, is moving on to the bottom lane. There's the Manta style for Mirana. She was apparently very close and just finished off that creep camp just for that occasion. Alone in the Dark TP'd back, and so will Songbird. Oh, the slide of fists taking down Sand King a few notches, as Arbenol also TP'd in, so the push is not going to be pulled through. Toxic Verkina is also back on bottom lane. So is Sick as well as Crush. Crush sitting on 13,383 gold. And sitting on 2k active gold right now. And there's the Assault Cuirass for the Wraith King. A fitting armor for the King of the Dead. So 33 minutes into the game, we've had 3 towers taken down on the DotA side, 3 towers taken down on the Radiant side. Neither team is really budging right now. We've had 46 kills, and it's still rather interesting. To everyone currently watching in the client, there will still be 2 giveaways on our twitch.tv channel, which is twitch.tv/VicaraGaming. One when we reach 25 viewers and one at the end of the match. Nyx Assassin decides not to go into that Dagon. He decides to go into the Necronomicon book, just for more pushing capability. Now we might be seeing an engagement here, as there's the Mirana ultimate. There's your epicenter from the Sand King. Very nicely done. Hits the Abaddon. Nyx Assassin gets the kill on the Visage. That's a Shadow Grave on the Dazzle, tries to make it out. Ember Spirit will most likely be able to get the kill. Yes, he will. Unstoppable Ember Spirit. There's a Doom on Aegel the Forder though. DotA2.fr League dropping so extremely low to the damage from the Wraith King. The reincarnation will hit. DotA2.fr League will get stunned and killed off by the Wraith King. Their Songbird will get Searing changed upon by Matrice. And now Matrice on the run. There's a blink from the Sand King. There's the come on, the Burrow Strike, Burrow Strike, Burrow Strike, come on, there's the Burrow Strike, but in comes the Lincoln Sphere, causing that Burrow Strike not to have any effect. K3K will get caught out as well, by the way. Songbird getting a killing spree out of that due to a very nicely played arrow. Oh, a very nice cancel teleport by My Last Alone in the Dark onto Matrice. Matrice needs to make his way out right now. He's very low on mana though. The Lincoln Sphere gets popped again. He will be picking up his Daedalus and now makes his way, jumps onto the Fire Remnant, which he left inside of the jungle. Very, very well done by Matrice on the Ember Spirit once again. He's just been making such great plays, both during this match as during the ladder. The last one, I mean. BKB gets picked up by the Doom. So he will also be very stronger. The second level of Necro Books also came out, and we already saw this, but now Ember Spirit picks up the Daedalus. Daedalus, Lincoln Sphere, Poor Man's Shield, as well as the Face Books in his inventory now. A lot of damage going to come out for him. But of course we have the AC as well as the Amulet of Mordegon on the Wraith King. Taking a look at the net worth, it's still the highest on Doom, Ember Spirit as well as the Weaver. XP is going the way of OMG, gold still in favor of Team FUREUR. But I wouldn't say that anything has been decided yet. At least not when it comes to towers, also not when it comes to kills or XP or gold advantage. Like I predicted during the draft, I think we will be going into the late game for this one once again, as Team OMG as well as Team FUREUR are not budging to each other. The Doom on Arbelor, Crush giving chase, still has a boost of travel, so we'll be able to do a constant source of DPS, but there's Matrice as well, and Mirana melts to the combination of the Sleight of Fist and the Searing Chains. Now DotA2.fr League and K3K pairing up to go into the middle lane. A lot of drawing going on. I can't see what's up with that. With the Mirana. Mirana died. Mirana's angry.
Dark light.
This is most likely the this is the second stage of coping with something like an early hero death. I believe this is anger. So he should be going into what? Disappointment and then acceptance? Something like that. DotA2.fr League now getting harassed a bit by Songbird. No damage, but just the pushing out of the jungle. My Last Alone in the Dark is sitting at the top lane in between the trees, ready to jump if needed. Ember Spirit already level 20. He is currently the highest hero on the board. Will get pinged out over here by Chromax on the Dazzle. The XP per minute is so high right now on the Ember Spirit. Double damage rune gets pinged out quite a lot. There's no K3K will attempt to pick this up. There's a jump back for Matrice. Matrice actually decides to pick this one up, just using his Fire Remnant just to get that rune. And now we might be seeing an engagement. There are two familiars hiding in the trees. There we go! Double Searing Chains by Matrice. Very nicely done. There's your Swarm. There's also the Mirana ultimate though. The BKB gets activated by Lucifer. Lucifer, the god of hell, is angry and he wants your souls. There's the first kill on the Wraith King. Reincarnation though. Abaddon taking heavy damage. There's your Wraithfire Bolt as well. But Aegel the Forger will most likely die here once again. Oh, the arrow will miss. Oh, that's such a shame. Weaver will get Burrow Striked upon, and Aegel the Forger will be able to make it out alive. So there were no kills there. Wraith King was dropping extremely low, but
tough as nails
he did not drop. Glyph gets popped. TP back in from Egil the Forderer. He has purchased his Demon Edge. Is most likely to go into the Daedalus, just the more damage build. Extra crits, extra crits. Or maybe even the MKB, that's also possible, we'll see. Now the push coming in from OMG onto the middle tower. Middle tower dropping fast, will be destroyed by the Sand King. We've hitting on all the heroes, so a lot of extra armor going to go the way of OMG. Who's drawing that? It's being drawn by Arbenlol. They want to go for the split push, it seems. Destroy this final tier 2 Talus. But now there's also an armor for the King of the Dead. For the King of Hell, I mean. Doom now picks up his Assault Cuirass as well. And there's a mech on the Dazzle as well. Two very nice pickups. Arrow will hit Roshan. Not one of the heroes of Team FUREUR. We might be seeing an engagement here. Actually, I'm pretty sure that we will. Fire Remnant gets sent in there, but no, FUREUR decides to go for the tower instead. Pinging is coming out. There's your Mirana ultimate. They might be catching Team FUREUR unawares here. But no, they have vision. There's a sentry ward over there. In comes the engagement. But oh, what a beautiful Fire Remnant jump back from Matrice. In comes the Shadow Weave as well. And Wraith King killing off the Visage. And now the BKB activated by Doom. And the Epicenter hits on the Abaddon. Borrowed Time gets activated. Weaver kills off the Dazzle in the meantime. BKB on the Weaver. The Nyx Assassin now dropping low. Matrice on the Ember Spirit gets a very nice one. The arrow will hit on Crush. Arbelo dropping low, but Crush will die before that. Wraith King getting a killing spree. Now the shield will get popped, but Aegis the Forderer will not. No, will. It's actually the Sand King who gets the kill. And Ember Spirit kills off the Nyx Assassin. Sand King now after the Weaver will be able to make it out alive. Does not want to get too close to the Ember Spirit. Arrow flies, will barely miss Matrice. Just some harassment coming out from Arbenlol at this point. We're 42 minutes into the game already. So far, Team OMG has 1 tower advantage. Their Team FUREUR is leading in XP though, as well as in gold. Net worth of the 3 core heroes on the side of Team FUREUR is higher, is the highest on the board. So they have very strong late game potential here. And now we have the Maelstrom coming out from the Ember Spirit. He's slowly but steadily working his way into becoming 6 slotted. And now the Dire wants to go for Roshan again. Arbenlol activated the DD route, activated the Manta Styles as well. Now Roche is dropping. I do not think that that Team FUREUR has scouted this one out, so they might be able to pull a fast one here. Weaver picks up the Monkey King bar, and there's your Wraith King, dealing a large amount of damage. He might, no, Mirana picks up the Aegis of the Immortal. Wraith King did not have any space in his inventory right now. Now heading over into the Radiant jungle. Arrow flies, misses again. Just to scout out, nothing wrong with that. And there's the Desolator for the Mirana. Very strong damage dealing item coming out for her right now. So 44 minutes into the game. We're seeing the hero sitting on some very nice items. We have the Assault Cuirass as well as the BKB. For the Doom we have the Monkey King bar, the BKB for the Weaver. We have the Daedalus, Lincoln Sphere as well as the Maelstrom for the Ember Spirit. And the tower on the bottom lane will just melt. But Ember Spirit gets a destroy on the top tower as well. Immediately jumps back then to defend the base. Will be able to harass all the heroes using that Sleight of Fist. Now in comes the weave. Double searing chains, very nicely done. The stun hits Egil the Forder. More Sleight of Fisting coming out. And as Ember Spirit is making those jumps between his fire remnants to get the destroy on the tier 2 mid and then instantly jumping back to stop the push. This matrice, he is a really great player. Level 3 Necrobook comes out for the next assassin. I haven't seen him use it yet though.
Invisibility.
And now the second pair of Boots of Travels come out for Team FUREUR. Doom already had his, now the Ember Spirit will take his as well. To be able to deal a lot more DPS using that Flame Guard of his. By just keeping up with the heroes, as well as of course the global robing Boots of Travel ability. Smoke has come out for Team FUREUR. What is going to happen here? So yeah, Wraith King decides not to go into the Daedalus. He picks up his Monkey King bar instead, just to get those mini bashes. Now Matrice sends out more of his remnants. He's doing extremely well handling those. Now in comes the engagement. Doom is there. He finds the Dazzle and Dazzle drops like a fly. Songbird dropping low as well. Gets off a very nice impale. Now Alone in the Dark. Sand King is dropping low as well. Doom activates the BKB. Ember Spirit gets a kill on Alone in the Dark. And Mirana kills off the facade. Sand King buys back. Weaver is also killed off by the Mirana. There is once again the jump by the Ember Spirit. The sleight of hand. Godlike Ember Spirit. And the triple kill for Arbenlol in the meantime. There's a jump by Arbenlol. I don't think he wants to be able to, he is able to get this kill. No, he is! Because there is the Burrow Strike from the Sand King. Follow up with this Wraith King Wraith Fire Blast. 4 heroes down on the side of Team FUREUR. 3 heroes down on the side of Team OMG. I believe that Mirana bought back. Mirana also sitting at 3.5k gold. Egil the Forder almost on 3k, so more items coming out from them very, very soon. Visage Familiars are up there. Crush now making his way through the middle lane, trying to pull a fast one onto Team OMG. But now this tower will drop very, very fast. The damage output is so very high. Very, very nice. Visage denies! This is the second time that the Visage managed to pull a fast one on OMG. He's doing that so well that I didn't even notice. But now the tower falls. Rex taking points of damage. Second of Visage is there. BKB gets activated by Crush. Now hitting heavily on Arbenlol on the Mirana. Mirana will have her Aegis pop. But there goes the melee barracks. Aegis the Forder dropping low. Will have his reincarnations pop. There's the epicenter for the Sand King. Very well done. Weaver time lapses away. Very nicely done as well. Toxic for Kina. Taking heavy damage, will die. Mega kill streak for the Wraith King. And now the Familiar. No, the Familiar will make it out, but the Rage Barracks has nowhere to go. It's immobile after all, and it will drop. So that's the first set of racks to drop. OMG taking this first set of racks. Mirana Ultimate has come out again. Wraith King's catching up when it comes to the net worth, by the way. He's catching up very well to that Doom. But the damage output from the Ember Spirit is incredible. He killed all the Ember Spirit, the Nyx Assassin like it's nothing. But the Wraith King just picked. Wait, hold on. I saw someone pick something up which was really nice. Who was it? What did I miss? Huh. I'm pretty sure I saw something being picked up. Anyways, we have the Side of Vice on the Doom. A Doomed and a Side of Vice hero will have trouble surviving, to say the least. But look at this rocky road that the graph's been having. Now the XP is going once again into the favor of Team OMG. When it comes to gold, it's taking a steep drop into the way of Team OMG as well. Still in favor of Team FUREUR though, but OMG is getting back on their back on their feet. Almost 15 minutes into the game already. And now Wraith King replies to the boots of travel on the opponent team by picking up a set of his own. And in comes the team. Here they go. OMG. The Mirana ultimate gets activated. In comes Alone in the Dark. Oh, Burst Strike misses. That's such a shame. So that's an engagement which didn't go as well as planned. But Matrice on the Ember is already level 25 and is already there. And will attempt... No, the sleight of hand dealing large amount of harass though. That's... Arrow misses everything. That's a shame. Weave has been popped. Looking to go onto the tower. It's... If they want to make a play, they have to make it fast. The armor is getting modified as we speak by that weave ability. Linkers gets picked up by the Mirana as well, by the way. If they want to make an engagement, they should do it now, and yes, they will. Eagle the Forder hacking down on the tower, but the glyph gets activated, and he gets stunned by the two Visage Familiars. Now, Toxic Verkina taking heavy damage. BKB gets activated by Crush on the Doom. There's your solo substitution. Eagle the Forder gets baned. No, gets sheep sticks, but will survive thanks to the Shadow Grave. Now reincarnates, unstoppable. Crush taking damage as well. Sick as well. There's your Sleight of Fist harass. Such an incredible amount of harass. The jump as well. Double kill for Eagle the Forder. Triple kill for Eagle the Forder. And now we'll get a fourth kill as well. No, that actually goes to the Nyx Assassin. Now another kill. Ember Spirit kills out the Dazzle. Toxic Verkina dropping low. My last Alone in the Dark on the run. So is Songbird. But now will get taken down by the Doom. Most likely, will we be able to Burst Strike away? No, will we be able to make it out? Come on, Blink, yes, yes, makes it out alive. No way, that's Matrice, there's the Sleight of Fist, and there's a Burst Strike away. Will he be able to live? Come on, Sand King, he will be able to do it. Yes, he will. No, wait, there's a TP, and Matrice gets the kill. What a chase that was. But yes, the melee barracks fell as well, so did this tower. So OMG is just doing better than Team FUREUR when it comes to the pushing. Now the Mega Creeps are pushing in as well. Matrice will attempt to take them down and will be succeeding in doing so as well. XP now taking a heavy dip into the side of OMG, and still a little bit in favor of Team FUREUR, but still going down. Might this be a game which is going to be won by Team OMG? Roche is very close to respawning, by the way. A few more seconds and then it will respawn. And Wraith King already has his Skull Basher as well as the Gem of Truth side. Should now go into trying to upgrade the Skull Basher into an Abyssal Blade. And yes, Dire goes Roche. Roche hasn't respawned yet, although. And the Mjolnir for the Ember Spirit. Ember Spirit is pretty much 6 slotted. Could still drop his gem to make way for another big item pickup. It's sitting on 2 pairs of boots too though. Might want to drop his phase boots. Mirana shooting down on the Roshan. That Desolator just working its magic as Roshan's dropping fast. Radiant will not be able to take this one, it seems. No, he will not. The Dire gets the kill and Mirana picks up the Aegis. There's also a pair of a piece of cheese though, which Wraith King will be picking up. Drop the Gem of Truth side for that to do that. With the cheese as well, now cheese gets passed on to the Nyx. With the cheese as well as the Aegis in hand, the Team OMG should be confident in trying to get this push. Crush has a DD room though, but in comes the straight Mirana ultimate. Mirana arrow flies and misses Matrice. There, your harassment. There comes Crush. Crush will be caught out in between the heroes though, and will drop very steadily. Will be killed by the Sand King Epicenter, which is now hitting on Matrice. But Wraith King kills out the Weaver, and now Matrice is just doing his work. Gets hit though by that Burrow Strike. The Aegis gets popped on the Mirana. Ember Spirit buys back immediately. Aegis the Forger, and there we go. GG gets called by Crush. 40, almost 55 minutes into the game. We've had 78 kills and a very good game. But in the end, it's Team OMG who takes the victory in game number 2. So that's it. I've been your host, Kira from VicaraGaming. I hope you enjoyed my work. If you want to check more of us out, go to youtube.com/VicaraGaming, as well as twitch.tv/VicaraGaming. We will be streaming all of the matches of the DotA2.fr tournament, as well as the occasional other matches. For instance, we have the amateur DotA2 League on the Thursdays, and we are talking about also being the casters for a Swedish league. We will update everyone through that, or check us out on Twitter at VicaraGaming. Leaves me just to declare the man of the match for this game. And while I love the work of the Wraith King, I'm going to give the man of the match to the Ember Spirit. He got 18 kills, so more than half of the kills of his team came from him. So kudos for that one, Matrice. You did really great. I thank everyone for watching, and I wish you a very nice evening.